Today we are going to be reading A Little Chalk on the Walk, and I am Mrs. Bussan's daughter, Brooke. So let's get started. A Little Chalk on the Walk. The year was 2020 when all the kids learned from home. A global pandemic, COVID-19, was on the roam. Nikki lived in a trailer in Prairie City, Illinois, in the USA. She saw sadness, fear, and anger too. There had to be another way. Nikki wore thick glasses and she tried to sit still. Her mind was always busy as page after page she'd fill. Stories and drawings for hours she'd write. She'd draw and she'd paint until it was night. Her mom worked on her laptop and couldn't go to her office. Her dad delivered packages, a job he couldn't miss. Nikki felt lonely and even a little sad. She was a single kid in her family, but it wasn't all bad. One day, she decided to go outside with some chalk. She'd find a way to be happy and started drawing on the sidewalk. She drew all afternoon and into the evening, too. The sidewalk was filled with a rainbow, a sun and some hearts, and a few butterflies of blue. That evening, while Nikki laid in her bed, she felt calm and peaceful once more. She was excited for everyone to see the beautiful colors that were just outside her door. The next morning, when Nikki woke up, she skipped outside again, only to find a blank spot where her art once had been. She didn't know what had happened or who washed it away. She picked up her chalk again and drew a hopscotch board so she could play. That evening, Nikki asked her mom and dad, "Why would someone wash away my art?" Her parents weren't sure what to say or where to even start. Her mom reassured her, "Chalk won't last forever, but you can start again." Then her dad said, "The happiness it brings really has no end." She thought about what her mom had told her, and her heart filled up with pride. "I'll keep making my art with colorful chalk at my side." The next day, the sun was bright and strong. Nikki wanted to find a way for her friends to join along. She sat pieces of chalk out all over the neighborhood, 6 feet apart. She knew what they would be, but to see them in person would be so good. Everyone came outside that day and sang and laughed and drew. This was the beginning of something special Nikki had already knew. The neighborhood looked bright and happy, and everyone was together again. They hoped the drawings would last the night, and then Nikki watched outside her window so she could see just where her artwork had went. She waited and she would soon know what all this would have meant. She saw a figure out in the dark move slowly down the block. Nikki pulled on her shoes and went outside to save the chalk. Stood there was Miss Palmer with her garden hose in hand. Nikki didn't need to ask what she was doing because she already knew her plan. "Why do you wash away the chalk each night when I go to sleep?" "My daughter is a doctor and I'm scared for her. This is just too happy for me." Nikki thought a little while and she could see Mrs. Palmer was sad. "I know you feel sad when you say you are scared. I am too, mostly for my dad." Mrs. Palmer shed a tear and then there came a smile. "I'm sorry, my dear, for ruining your beautiful work. It looked like it took you a while." Nikki held out a piece of chalk, and together she and Mrs. Palmer happily drew. They made a message that grew and grew. "Love one another, those far and near. Remember this message because the answer is so very clear." And that is the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!